ऐड हो गया ना इसमें, तो कंटिन्यू करना। गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट, टुडे I am going to revise NCERT question of chapter 3. So student, as we have already explained this chapter and we have already learned internal external question, so I am going to revise it again for you. If any student is having any type of queries or difficulty or any doubt, so that it can be removed. So this is the third or fourth time I'm going to revise. So hope you will get this question answer explanation, this explanation. So let's start. The first question of fiber to fabric is, you must be familiar with the following nursery rhymes. Baba, black sheep, have you any wool? Second question is, Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as a snow. So these are the nursery rhyme. So what are the purpose to write these line in class standard 7th? So why they are written here? Do we going to learn nursery rhyme? No, it is related to our topic because our chapter is fiber to fabrics. We are discussing about fabrics. So where does the wool come? Where does it come? Where does silk come? So wool is come from sheep, goat, camel, yak. These are some animal which are wool yielding animal, wool giving animal. That is why sheep is there. Baba black sheep, have you any wool? So we are doing this type of rhymes in nursery class. So it is related to our topic, is fiber to fabric. The second one, Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. So fleece word is there. So what is fleece? The wool of means fiber, means hair. Fleece means hair of wool yielding animal, wool giving animals. So hair of wool giving animal along with its upper skin is known as fleece. So that is why this line is written there. That is the only purpose to write this line in class 7. So on the basis of these rhymes, there are two questions. First question is, which part of the black sheep have wool? Which part? The fleece of the sheep have wool. Fleece means hair. Hair of the sheep have wool. Fleece of the sheep have wool. What is meant by the white fleece of the lamb? What is meant by white fleece? White fleece means white hair. The hair of the lamb from which we obtain wool is known as fleece, hair of the lamb. These are the two questions based on these nursery rhymes. Okay, you don't have to remember these rhymes, only you have to learn these questions which are based on these rhymes. So which part of the sheep have wool means fleece of the sheep have wool. This means the hair along with the upper skin, that is known as fleece, or you can remember fleece as a hair of the wool giving animal. So in this case, wool giving animal is sheep. It can be yak, it can be camel, it can be goat. Okay, the wool yielding animal having some hair on their body, that hair are known as fleece. Which second question is, what is meant by white fleece of the lamb? Means fleece. Again, you can say the hair of the wool giving animal. So hair of the lamb from which we obtain wool is known as fleece. These are the two important words. One is fleece and the second is yielding. This yield word will come again and again. YIELD, yield. Yield means output. Question number 2. The silkworm is a caterpillar and a larva. Choose the correct option. Silkworm is a caterpillar, a larva. So student, do you remember while we are discussing about the process of obtaining silk from silkworm or the life cycle of silkworm? In the life cycle of silkworm, there are the stages after hatching the eggs. So after hatching the eggs, that organism is coming out, and that organism is known as caterpillar or larva. So both are the same things, caterpillar or larva. So choose the correct option. A, only caterpillar. B, only larva. C, both A and B. And fourth one, neither A nor B. So it is third option, both A and B. Silkworm is also known as caterpillar or larva. That is a stage of the life cycle of silkworm. Caterpillar and larva are the same name. Question number 3. Which of the following does not yield wool? Again, this yield word is coming. So student, this yield words come again and again. Many a time we will see this yield word. So you have to remember this yield. What is the meaning of this yield? Yield. What is the meaning of this yield? I am writing here yield. Yield means output. Yield means output, total output. Yield means output. I'm trying to write, but cursor is not so good. Okay. Cursor is not working. So you may write down this. You may write down means meaning of yield. Yield means total output, total paidawar. That is the meaning of yield. So which of the following does not yield wool? Which of the following does not give wool? Does not give wool. Yak, it will yield wool. Camel will give wool. Goat, it will give wool. So the fourth option is woolly dog. Woolly dog does not yield any wool. Woolly dog does not give any wool. So it is woolly dog. Woolly dog does not provide any type of. The question number 4. What is meant by the following terms? So these are the very important terms: rearing, shearing, and sericulture. Rearing means to breed and look after animal on a farm by providing them food and shelter. So we are doing look after of the animal at their home, on their farm. So providing them food, to provide them food and shelter. So this take care of animal at home or at our farm, that is known as rearing. That is known as rearing, to look after of the animal by providing them food, by providing them shelter. That look after of animal is known as rearing. Like we are having cow, buffalo at our home, and we are taking care of that cow and buffalo. Why we are taking care of cow and buffalo, and how we are taking care of? We are giving them water, we are giving them food and fodder, we are providing them shelter, and in returns they are giving us milk, and we are obtaining many milk products from the milk. So this type of taking care of animal is known as rearing, to breed and look after. Breeding means animals are giving birth to their young ones. That process is known breeding. So breeding and to look after of animal at on a farm by providing them food and shelter is known as rearing. That process is rearing, and it can be any animals. Wool yielding animal can be there, milk giving animal can be there. So any type of animal can be there. Second term is shearing. Shearing. The fleece of the sheep along with a thin layer of skin is removed. That process is known as shearing. Means cutting down of hair of wool yielding animal, wool giving animals. The hair of wool giving animals are cut. That process is known as shearing. Means cutting of hair of wool giving animal is known as shearing. Fleece means hair. So this word is coming again and again. fleece. Fleece means hair of wool giving animal. The fleece of sheep along with a thin layer of skin, along with the thin layer of skin is removed from its body. Removed from its body. This process is called shearing. Means cutting process of hair of a sheep is known as shearing. Shearing, cutting of hair. You can remember like this: cutting of hair. Sericulture. The rearing of silkworm for obtaining silk is called sericulture. Means sericulture, it is a proper terms used for rearing of silkworm. Silkworm. We are rearing silkworm. Sericulture means the rearing of silkworm for obtaining silk is called sericulture. So we are rearing a different type of animals, but when we are rearing, we are taking care of silkworm. Manpreet ma'am,
Sorry. Electronic spreadsheet. What is electronic spreadsheet? Look, students.
Manpreet
A
ma'am,
spreadsheet
Yes, sir.
mute your
Yes.
mic.
condition.
Yes. So sericulture, student, the rearing of silkworm for obtaining silk is called sericulture. This process of taking care of silkworm, providing them food and shelter to obtain silk, this process is known as sericulture. So these are important terms: rearing, shearing, sericulture. The next question given below is a sequence of the step of in the processing of wool. In the processing of wools, we have learnt about some process, some steps in the process. Which are the missing steps? Write them, add them. Shearing, after shearing, there is scoring, means washing off that shear skin to remove grease and dirt. Then sorting, separating out the different texture fiber. After that, it is picking out of burrs. Fluffy burrs are there. We have to pick by combing. Then dyeing into various color. We have to dye this in various color. And the last step is rolling into yarn. So we have to roll that fiber into a yarn. So these are the steps. So I'm repeating again: shearing, scoring, sorting, picking out of burr, dyeing into various color, rolling into yarn, rolling into yarn. So these are the steps. Question 6, make a sketch of the following. Make a sketch of the two stages in the life history of silk moths, which are directly related to production of silk. So you have draw the diagram, a life history of silkworm or silk moth. So in the life cycle, there are two stages. First was silkworm and the second is cocoon with developing moth. So these are the two stages which are directly related to silk production, which are directly related to silk production. So you have to draw only these two stages. First is silkworm. So you have to draw the diagram of silkworm. Then cocoon. You have to draw the second one is the diagram of cocoon. Cocoon with developing moth. So silk moth is developing inside the cocoon. So these are the two stages which are directly related to the production of silk. Question number 7, out of the following, which are the two terms related to silk production? Directly related to silk production. Sericulture, no, it is rearing of sericulture. Then floriculture, moriculture, apiculture, and silviculture. So it is sericulture and moriculture, which are related to silk production. Yes, the first stage is sericulture. Sericulture, it is related to one is moriculture. Moriculture means harvesting and cultivation of mulberry plants. Harvesting and cultivation of mulberry plants. Why we are cultivating mulberry plants? Because we know that silkworms will use mulberry leaves as their food. they will grow on mulberry leaves. So we need mulberry leaves as a food for silkworm. And cultivation of mulberry plants is known as moriculture. So moriculture is also related to silk production. Cultivation of mulberry plants for harvesting the leaves to be used for the silkworm. Sericulture is depend on moriculture. Scientific name of mulberry is Morus alba. So Morus alba, these mulberry moriculture words comes from Morus alba because scientific name of mulberry is Morus alba. And cultivation of mulberry plant for harvesting the leaves to be used for silkworm, that is known as moriculture. Sericulture is dependent on moriculture. So sericulture is depend on moriculture. So these two terms are directly related to silk production. So hope it is clear to you. Now the question number 8 is match the scoring. Scoring is matched with E cleaning seared skin. Means we are having the seared skin, means cut out skin along with the hair,